Hello, St. Louis Cardinals fans and baseball fans in general. If you are reading the title correctly, then yes, the St. Louis Cardinals plan on tanking in 2025. Now, when I say tanking, I don't mean that they're going to try to be really bad, but the St. Louis Cardinals have come out and said that their goal for 2025 is to decrease the payroll and focus on building up the farm and player developmental systems. Now, I'll get into a second why I actually really dislike this plan, but first off, here's exactly what's happening with the St. Louis Cardinals. John Mozeliak, who has been their GM for a very long time, I believe since 2008, he's recently been making a bad string of moves with the St. Louis Cardinals, and his contract ends next year in 2025. The Cardinals and the owner, they figured their best strategy is, well, let's just let Mozeliak ride in 2025, and then we will bring in a new guy who is currently working under him. I believe it's Chaim Bloom, who worked with the Red Sox for the last couple of years. This year he was with us in St. Louis, and now next year the plan is to officially make him the GM in 2025. I guess following next season, so technically 2026 is when he will be the GM. The strategy that they're going with is this season, they are probably going to trade away their big guys. So Nolan Arenado, Sonny Gray, maybe even Ryan Helsley, all these big contracts the Cardinals are going to trade away, and they're going to trade them for young guys to build up their farm team so that in 2026, when Chaim takes over, he has a completely fresh young team that he can mold however he likes. Essentially, when I say tanking, that means the St. Louis Cardinals are trading away all their best players for younger pieces and have no intentions of being good and competitive in 2025, even saying that they are decreasing their payroll. Now, the St. Louis Cardinals have been a baseball team, a competitive baseball team, their entire franchise. They have the second most World Series appearances out of any team, only behind the Yankees. The Cardinals are a baseball team. They are a baseball franchise. They're always competitive. For them to go back-to-back years without making the playoffs is really heartbreaking. And in the last 10 years, since they've made it to the World Series in 2014, they only have one playoff series win. The St. Louis Cardinals have not been the St. Louis Cardinals the last 10 years, but at least they made the playoffs. Besides these last 2 years, they just lost playoff games. Now we're just not even making the playoffs. We're probably not making the playoffs in 2025. Now anything can happen, but we're letting Paul Goldschmidt walk. We're probably trading away Nolan Arenado and Sonny Gray. Those guys are probably definitely gone. If you quickly look at our salary caps here, they say we are decreasing the payroll. Well, Miles Mikolas also makes big sense. I wouldn't be surprised if we just cut him. But I heard that Sonny Gray is a very potential candidate. I've heard that Nolan Arenado is arguably the biggest trade candidate with his $32 million. We're probably trading away some of these guys. The good thing is that we still have a lot of young players who aren't even on arbitration yet, like Mason Wim, our shortstop of the future. Ivan Herrera's doing good, Libertor. We got a lot of young guys, and I'm going to go over that in a separate video. But this video is just going over that the St. Louis Cardinals have said that they are tanking. They're tanking. Trading away all their guys, trying to build up their farm team, and I don't agree with this. I think the Cardinals are trying to do like what the Orioles and the Diamondbacks have done in recent years, where they just got an excellent farm system, traded away some big pieces, and then had a bunch of young guys that didn't cost a lot of money absolutely break out and they balled out. Here's why that's not going to work for the Cardinals. You see, the Orioles and the Diamondbacks were so bad that back-to-back, multiple years in a row, they were consistently getting top 5 picks. The Orioles were able to get Gunnar Henderson, Holiday. We are currently a good team. We aren't bad by any means. Looking at the standings here, we were literally 6 games out of a playoff spot. 6 games out of a playoff spot. And we're taking that being like, yep, we need to tank and get worse. Yes, there was definitely a lot of bad things about this team. We had a couple of really bad stretches, but like I said, we were second in our division. 6 games away from a playoff spot. Why wouldn't we try to build on this roster? Why wouldn't we spend? As a fan, I want to win. As a fan, I want to win. The Cardinals are looking at this saying like, oh, we're going to win in the long run. Really? Really? Because right now we have a team that is 6 games away from making the playoffs. So instead of trying to chase those extra 6 wins by going and picking up a big bat or a big pitcher? Preferably both. I would love if we went and it's a very deep pitcher class. I would love if we went and signed a big time pitcher. I would love if we signed a really good designated hitter or a really big, powerful outfield at bat that can hit home runs. But instead we're saying, nope, we're going to trade away all of our best players who have big contracts and try to build up the farm. The issue with that is now we have to hope that these farm players that we trade for actually develop and become big-time players. Instead of actually keeping guys that you know are good, like Nolan Arenado and Sonny Gray, we're going to trade them away for a bunch of prospects that we hope has the potential to be good. Do you see the issue here? We are 6 games away from being a playoff team, and instead we're like, nope, let's just decrease our salary. Let's just get younger and better, and we can definitely get younger. We know for sure we can get younger. We know for sure we can get cheaper. Better? Is this strategy going to work out? Only time can tell. But we're not being competitive. We know for a fact in 2025 we're probably going to be bad. Who's going to be our pitchers? We're going to have a bunch of young pitchers out there. I'm sure that's going to go well. Who's going to be playing third and first base for us next year? Tell me, who is going to be playing third and first base? Thomas Segandis? He was good for us this year, but we're going to have such a young team out there with no veteran presence. The best teams have young presence and veteran presence. I look at the Diamondbacks last year. While yes, the Diamondbacks were really young, they still had mature veteran pitching in there. They also had some veteran at-bats sprinkled in there. The best teams have youth and veteran presence, and we're going for all youth. The all-youth movement. You know what? I'm sure we're going to become the next Orioles. I'm sure we're going to get Gunnar Henderson on our team. The Orioles also traded for really good pitching. They got Burns. So you need elite mature players as well. I just don't get what the Cardinals are doing. They're banking it all on them being able to develop their farm system, which has shown flashes, but has also really let us down with guys like Jordan Walker and Nolan Gorman, who are supposed to be these big power guys that have really sucked for us. Also look at Dylan Carlson. Another reason why I don't trust this team is how bad our trades have been. Our trades have been horrible. Look at this year. This year we made 2 trades. We traded Dylan Carlson for a pitcher that pitched for 3 weeks, and then we DFA'd him. And we traded Tommy Edman, who's doing great in LA right now, for Tommy Pham and Eric Fetty. And Tommy Pham, guess what? He got DFA'd a month within. So we basically traded Tommy Pham for Eric Fetty straight up. And Fetty's going to be a starting pitcher for us. That's great. But he's 31 and we're fucking tanking. So now what is Eric Fetty going to do for us? He's just going to pitch good for us on a tanking team? We might as well trade his ass too if that's what we're doing, is tanking. So I don't get it. I really do not get what the Cardinals are doing. I don't trust the teams that this trade can make. You know what? Maybe we make some insane trades. And we do have some young depth I am looking forward to. JJ Weatherholt and Quinn Matthews are guys I'm really looking forward to. It just sucks that with how this season ended, I really thought to myself, oh my god, okay, this is a Cardinals team where if we get one more really good pitcher and one more really good batter, we're good. 2 guys. We just need to go get 2 guys. We need another good pitcher because we could have Sonny Gray, Eric Fetty, and then that 3rd pitcher and have a really, really solid 3 pitching core. And then hitting-wise, we just need a really good middle at bat. We just need another power at bat. I like the top of our rotation. We just need another guy that can bat 5, 6 for us. A really good power at bat there. I thought that's all we needed. We were 6 games out of a playoff spot. We just needed 2 pieces, man. We were 2 pieces away, a good pitcher and a good hitter away. If only we would have signed that in free agency, but instead we're like, nope, let's tank. Let's focus on the future. And it's like, this is a team that's used to winning, and now it really sucks seeing that this is the direction that we're going in. You know what? Maybe it's going to work out in the end. Maybe 2025 needed to happen, and we do trade away Nolan Arenado and Sonny Gray and get some really good young prospects in return. Only time will tell. Just sucks knowing that we were this close, and instead we've decided to just hang our hats up high, retreat next year, and try to come back in 2026. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, please let me know what you think about the St. Louis Cardinals strategy. Maybe you think it's a really good strategy. Who knows? Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out.